Hi there, it's Yulia from Healthy, and in this video we're going to talk about breatharianism. We're going to reveal the many myths of breatharianism. So if you are thinking whether or not breatharian is for you, then this video has found you at the right time, and I hope it will generate some questioning in you. Now, one of the advocates of breatharianism is Jasmine. And this woman claims herself to be a breatharian. So she claims to be able to live for long periods without any food and on just tea or water. So this Australian company, this Australian television company, got interested in her. You know, what? Breatharian? Okay, well, we'll test you. So they placed her in this hotel where she was going to live without any food for 7 days, and they would monitor her. Now, she failed her experiment because she claimed that her hotel was on a busy street, that the air was too dirty, and she needed to be in a clean environment where she could get good quality of air so that she gets her prana. So she was relocated to the mountainous area in Australia, and she was monitored by this doctor. Her results were monitored by this doctor. And after just a few days into this experiment, he insisted that she stops. She became dehydrated. Her speech was slow. She started showing signs of ill health. And this experiment had to be stopped. So Jasmine, who advocates breatharianism, failed to prove that she is a breatharian. And indeed, several of her students, several of her followers actually died from trying breatharianism. We've had personal experience of seeing breatharianists and witnessing their ill health. So the first breatharian that we met was in Brazil, when we stayed in this eco-village in Brazil. And this woman runs this eco-village, and she runs a 21-day process, which is a process of your initiation. Again, suppose it just, you know, someone came up with this idea basically. And I think Jasmine claims that she channeled it from some ascended masters, and that's the basis for which they adopted breatharianism. So during this process, people don't eat anything for 1 week. So for 1 week there is no food, there is no liquid. They don't eat or drink, it's dry fasting for 7 days. Then for the next 2 weeks, they can drink water and they can drink diluted juices. Now, when we were in that eco-village, we already knew quite a bit of information about nutrition. We've been in the area of health, alternative health and nutrition for many years now. So witnessing what people were going through during this 21-day process was just shocking. Just before going to a 3-week fast, 1 week with the tents, dried fast, no, not even water consumed to flush all the toxins that people build. We live in a very unhealthy environment. So the night before they would celebrate, feast on pizza, pasta, cheeses, this and that, and all the unhealthy fried food. The next day they would start their initiation process. And during this initiation process, they would be monitored by a woman, by a breatharian, who has no idea whatsoever about nutrition, about health, about people's body. You know, they would just trust her because she's a breatharian. She is an enlightened being. So, after 21 days, one woman came out and she had pizza. She had pizza full of processed starch, white flour with cheese, and she ate it all. She said that her stomach was hurting, and she said that she must be a breatharian. She can't eat now. She just cannot eat. She doesn't get on with food. Well, guys, you know what? I can tell you something. And if you want to do it, at least educate yourself. Don't believe breatharians who have no idea about your body. If you read about fasting, every single fasting book will tell you that coming out of fast is more important than fasting itself. And further, you know another interesting fact, breatharians don't call it fast. They call it the process of initiation. Well, call it whatever you want. But we share the same human body, and our human body works in the same way. You know, you're not a bear, and I'm not a koala. We are human beings. And as human beings, we've got physiology, we've got digestion that is designed in a certain way, our biology, our senses, and they make us all the same. They make us all human beings. And they make us all reliant on certain conditions, certain factors that influence our health. And one thing that breatharians forget to mention, conveniently, is that they do actually eat. The breatharian who we met in Brazil drinks smoothies all day long. The two breatharians who we met in Ecuador, they're a couple, I'm not going to reveal their names, they eat. And they eat unhealthy food, and they can go and eat chicken. Because when you're a breatharian, there is no right or wrong. Only this no right or wrong is a sign of poor health, of ill health. Incredible amount of people who we meet on our travels, they don't nourish their body in the proper way. When you don't nourish your body in the proper way, you lose groundedness, you lose stability. Your body can no longer function to its optimum. Your mind can no longer function to its optimum. So what happens? You get into all these vague concepts that are completely ungrounded. So people who go into these woolly concepts and people who believe everything that is being told to them simply lack education. If you're an educated being, you're an empowered being, if you know information about your body, if you know the way your body works, if you know how the food that you bring into your body affects your cells, affects the functioning of your organs, affects your consciousness, you will never in a million years be able to say that what you put into your body does not matter. And people who we met in Ecuador, at one stage, I myself thought that I was ready for a breatharian stage. I got diluted basically. I was undercarved. I did not eat enough food. If you don't eat enough food, you start losing yourself. And this is what happened to me. I went through a 4-day process with this breatharian couple. I just could not wait to end this nightmare, just to be seen as love and lighters around me. People who lack stability, who lack groundedness, who say that there is no right or wrong and that there is no limits, you can just do anything you want. Well, if you can do anything that you want, please demonstrate how you can walk through a tree or how you can levitate. Just lift up, you can do anything that you want. So please lift up and just teletransport yourself somewhere else. It will not happen because in this dense physical realm we've got limitations. We've got our physical body to look after. And I strongly believe that it is this that is part of our evolution. It is this that is part of our shift in consciousness, understanding that we have physical bodies to look after. For me, it is much more enlightening to see a being who is out there, who is facing this harsh physical reality and who is ready to just go through it, and who is ready to be grounded, to be realistic, to be facing this world for what it is, and to be enlightening people on being strong and empowered rather than losing themselves in this there is nothing wrong, nothing right concept. And I have not as yet met a breatharian who's strong physically, who's stable, who's grounded. And if you really looking to help your body and raise your consciousness, switch to a fruit-based, raw, vegan diet. This diet harms none. It does not harm other animals. It does not harm the planet. It does not harm yourself. It does not bring toxicity into your body. Invest into learning about your body rather than listening to people who are miseducated and who are miseducating you and who fail to tell you the real risks involved with being a breatharian. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please post your comments below. I look forward to hearing your responses. I am aware that I will receive a mix. This is just the way it happens and I respect your opinions. Thank you very much again. See you shortly.